because they have the headrest, see? Okay, so we started here, traveled. Hello, and welcome to DB Overland. I'm John. On today's adventure, we are going to be traveling the McCullough Peaks flats, the McCullough Peaks themselves, and then we're going to be heading over to Oregon Basin. The highlights, hopefully today, is in the McCullough Peaks flats, there's wild Mustangs. So we're going to try to see if we can find the wild Mustangs today. And then later on today, we're going to head over to the McCullough Peaks themselves, and we're going to check out an old homestead that was established a long time ago. And then after that, we're going to make our way over to Oregon Basin. And in Oregon Basin, there are some petroglyphs that we're going to try to find today. So that'll be quite exciting. So come along for this adventure, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, for today's trip, we're going to air down our tires. I believe I'm going to go 20 all the way around to start today. A lot of the roads today are just gravel roads. You know, they're Forest Service roads. They're not maintained very well, but still, airing down our tires will allow us to give a smoother ride and some better traction today. Traveling the McCullough Peaks flats, keep an eye out for a lot of game, because usually in this area, not only do you have the wild Mustangs, but you will see swarm or herds of antelope, sometimes deer, but a lot of antelope. I was driving along and I saw probably a herd of about 50 head just up the road here, so I'm trying to see if I can slowly drive up to them and get a better shot for you guys. Wanted to show you guys this because I was driving along and I saw these. So the horses, the wild Mustangs, you can tell where they've been clearly by their poop pile. And I was driving along and I saw these, and if you start seeing a lot of these, that is where they've been hanging out. You've got a pile right there and a pile right there, and then there's another one back up by my truck. So they've been hanging around in this area for a while, and what they do normally is they like to get out of the wind. Like I said, it's very windy here, and I'm quite surprised that it's not blowing 100 miles an hour today, actually. So, you know, just wanted to show you guys that once you start seeing those, keep your eyes out, get your binoculars out, because they may be in this area, you know, or they might be close by. So when coming out and looking for the wild Mustangs, keep in mind that they are wild. They are wild horses. I think the only thing that the Forest Service might do for them is provide them. I know they punched a well out here, water well for them. Other than that, they are 100% wild. So if you do find them, keep your distance. By encroaching their area can really have a negative effect on them. So if you do see them, just keep your distance, pull out your binoculars or your really long lens for your camera, and just enjoy them that way. We don't want to stress them out or anything like that. So it's always good just to kind of keep your distance with the wildlife around here. This area and going for these drives is the views, especially when you start getting closer to some of the hills and mountain ranges with no trees in a high desert environment. You can see for miles and miles, and the views are just absolutely gorgeous. And another thing that I really enjoy about this area is the geological aspect of it. You know, the colors of the dirt, the reds, the purples. I've even seen purple, the grays, all blended together. Just makes it absolutely gorgeous out here. So I highly recommend, if you ever can, come out to Wyoming, and especially the northern part. I haven't been too much down in the southern part of Wyoming yet, but the northern part, there's a lot of gorgeous country up here, and if you really like the views and the geological aspect of it, I highly recommend it.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
Mustangs today, which I kind of thought we might see them, but lots and lots of evidence that they've been around this area. Just could not find them today. But the land that they are given to roam in is actually quite large. It's a lot larger than I thought. I've I've been out here dozens of times, and I've only seen them, oh geez, I think I've only seen them once in the area that we traveled today, and about another, oh my gosh, 10-15 miles south of where we're at, I've seen them down there too. So like I said, there's a large area that they get for roaming around. We did see that large group of antelope. That was really cool. I really did enjoy seeing that. So, but maybe next time we'll have better luck and we'll find them. All right, we hit the end of the trail, so we're gonna air up now. Probably just a few more pounds. We only have a couple of miles until we turn off of the main highway again and get back onto dirt, so don't really need to go super high on tire pressures, my normal highway pressures. So yeah, we'll air up, head that way. Next stop is going to be the homestead, so that'll be exciting. On top of the McCullough Peaks, and that is where our homestead is going to be. Staring at me. When you come across this, just go slow, take it easy, try not to startle them because you don't want to stress them out. you check this place out. Looks like it was an old barn at one time. Pretty cool. We'll have to check it out. This is pretty amazing. Looks like we got definitely an old barn. I love how they use the natural sandstone. That's pretty cool. Well, let's take a look inside and see what we got. It looks like cows still use it today. Timber's holding up. The second floor doesn't look too bad. So I think I'll go ahead and wander in. Oh, look at that. How cool is that? Got the ladder going up to the second level, which is pretty much gone. This looks like an old refrigerator, possibly. Might have your freezer in the top, your refrigerator at the bottom. Got your double layer for insulation. Let's see here. Got a tag number. No manufacturer though. This is pretty cool. I've heard a lot about this place, but I haven't been out here yet. So, pretty cool. Here's a look at the second level. This is where they would have stored their hay. Again, the fridges. I have no idea why I find so many refrigerators out here. But this would have been really cool to see in its heyday. I don't know if you guys can hear this or not, but there's coyotes out that way. Now I also am hearing some gunshots, so I don't know if that's actual coyotes or if that's the hunters luring them in to shoot them. So, but this place is just absolutely gorgeous. That was the old homestead, I believe. I didn't see any signs of a house, but that barn was really cool. So now, after checking out the old barn / homestead, we are going to now head over towards Oregon Basin, and my friend John will be joining us with his FJ60. So that'll be exciting, and we're gonna meet up, and then we're gonna head out and look for the petroglyphs. I haven't been to them yet, so I'm hoping we can find him. John said he's been there once before, so hopefully his memory is not too bad and we can find him today. up the road here, and we're gonna have a quick bite to eat, and then we're gonna head into Oregon Basin and look for those petroglyphs. Pretty excited about that. I've been into Oregon Basin a little bit. I haven't explored the entire thing. It's, again, a huge area. Pretty low-lying area, actually, too. There's some natural ponds out there. But the main thing that is out there is there's a huge oil field. So when you're traveling through Oregon Basin, just be courteous of the oil pumps. Don't go on them. Stay away from them. They produce not only oil, but also H2S gas, and H2S gas can be extremely deadly. At low levels, it smells like rotten eggs, and you're safe. If you smell that, it's when the levels get higher, you start to lose your taste, and your smell goes numb, and that's when things start to get really dangerous. So when you're passing through oil fields, don't play around with the equipment, stay away, and just be cautious of the gas. petroglyphs. That would be pretty cool. Ridge towards the petroglyphs, and the geology is just phenomenal out here. I can't believe it. I would love to come out here just this one spot for a week and hike around and just check it out, because it is just absolutely gorgeous. We made it. There's John and Carolyn checking out, looks like an old house of some sort, stone building, but this is really cool. My friend John said that just recently all this fencing right here to keep people from driving up there is recent, but our petroglyphs are going to be up there, so we're going to walk up there and check it out. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm pretty excited to check this out. I'm gonna come up here and check this out, this building out with John and Carolyn, and see what it's like.
Tell the name of it, but their family still lives in Cody.
Oh, no kidding.
Their relatives. So the cabin was made by the people who built the mine.
Okay.
I heard there was a mine out here.
There was a
Coal mine.
coal mine. You can see where the tailings are and stuff.
You didn't go up in there?
No.
No.
There was like 9 families that lived there.
Just right down the road, a mile, not even?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we saw that. Okay.
Okay, you go up on the tailings, and if you're on top of the tailings, that's where they weighed it, because they took the strip of coal that comes all along this ridge. They took that strip of coal,
Okay.
and they did it with wagons. Then they hauled it back over where the big tailing bunch is, and weighed it, and dumped it, and sorted it. And then they
Inside.
dumped it into pickups or trucks that would take it to town. But they did all the mining with wagons and horses.
Do you know what kind of period that was?
1903 to 1907, 1909.
Okay.
But the locals were getting coal out here all since they moved into this country in the 90s. They would get coal over here. But the reason that's over there is because that's one of Wiley's coal mines. Do you know Wiley?
Yeah, the Wiley Ditch.
The Wiley Ditch.
That's how we ran the steam shovels.
He ran the steam shovels. He had this mine and 4 others.
No kidding. Now that makes sense. That's why he chose steam shovels.
That's right.
There you have it.
And so Monster Lake,
Holy cow.
the Wiley town site was, and they sold township, they sold blocks. They had a town there at one time, where Monster Lake is, and that was called Wiley. And then
Very cool.
He started in 1903 here, and in 1912, 1913 he had to quit because all his money was coming from European backers.
Oh.
1912, 1913, World War I was starting, so the French were the people who gave him the money to build the Wiley Canal. It's French. He had French money. So when the war came out and France was fighting with Russia and stuff,
Yeah.
it severed. He never finished it. Well,
Okay.
It's finished, but it's not finished. There was 3 tunnels and he only built 1.
Yeah, I know. I see another one. I know the one started up on Carter.
Well, there's one that's still there that goes through.
Right.
But
Okay.
The canal came up South Fork, came over and dumped into Monster Lake. From Monster Lake, in fact, that canal is still being used to fill Monster Lake. When you cross the highway there by the bridge.
Right.
Then the canal came around there, came clear around here. They were going to farm 300 and some thousand acres out here.
Wow. That's so amazing.
They went across the highway 4 times.
Seen that.
They've gone across the highway 4 times.
That's incredible. I never knew it made that.
That is
So
incredible.
this lady that lived here was a hooker.
She was the prostitute?
She made pies. She made pies. They brought her coal in exchange, and then she'd sell coal. When she'd get a load, she'd take it to town and sell it. But they paid her in coal, and she was the only one that lived here. And she had a daughter later on, and they lived here for quite a while. They lived here about 10 years.
Same period of time.
Same period of time.
Wow, that's amazing.
Circle on here. He's kind of he said about 4 years.
This is the old cabin that he was referring to, that the prostitute used to live here. So this has been standing here since 1903 to about 1910. Oh, I would have loved to have seen this in its heyday. Tucked up nicely up against the rock here.
They had drove wood through here for hangers, or for the stove was over here, and so the stove was over here, so they had this, maybe was their kitchen area, I don't know, but their beds were over here. But this is where they hung things. So they had this hole and this hole, and they had them out here like a cupboard or a clothes hanger or whatever.
So there's a panel right there. I'm gonna go a little bit closer and check it out.
It doesn't do chalk anymore, but they used to do chalk, and that's a government thing. But you see, all the bullet holes are from people who've been shooting. Yeah. Well,
There's an obvious difference between the figures there.
yes. Wait till you see the chief pen. We call it the chief pen, but it's a big. It's got nine. I think 9 figures. This has about 8. You're getting into more of a chief. This is a chief here because they have the headdress, see? And then these are other figures, and they've just been deteriorated out to where you can't really see them too well. But there's these figures here.
So about what time were these?
8,500.
8,500?
Years ago, you're saying?
Yeah. They've got Indians into Wyoming and Montana up to 11,000 years. That's the oldest that they've found that they can do any carbon dating, is about 11,000. It used to be about 10.5, and they raised it to about 11.2 now because their carbon dating's getting better. But come on down here. 1954, when the head archaeologist in Wyoming, he's still alive, they came in here. This was a grave. These holes like this were graves. And they found skeletons and skulls and things, and those were graves.
This is why I don't want to be buried.
Graves.
Oh, thanks.
George Michael. You're not gonna get it.
Girl in the chest. You got it, Joe?
Yep, I got it.
This is another grave there they found. Skeleton here. A lot
Another
of
grave
these
right here.
grave things were graves for Indians. This was a spiritual place. That's what I heard. I heard Wyoming used to be, but this was the bottom of the ocean. And you see these layers that are different layers and things. Those were different times of periods when the volcanoes and things were erupting and they were throwing stuff into the lake or whatever from Yellowstone.
Yeah.
Those were the layers. But this was down in the bottom, and this has been raised up. All these formations. You can see this is an uplift. They're uplifts.
Yes.
They're
yes.
uplifts. And when the
They're
continental
all through here.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the continental divide moving back in what, 150 million years ago.
Yeah.
So
Hard to fathom that.
Ocean coming from top of it.
then the government came in the 1954 area and they started excavating or starting taking track of all this place. They kind of took over the village. So people got wind of it and came in and released their names, so they would know who wrote on that chief's panel.
See, they knew better.
Yeah, they knew better.
This is the
So
chief's
they came
panel.
in and scratched their names out. But that's what we call the chief panel. And then over here, about a half a mile, are all the women Indian paintings. And the Indian women.
Well, today was epic. We finally found the petroglyphs right behind me. If you get a chance, come out and visit this area. It is phenomenal. We ran into a local gentleman that actually was a teacher for this area, and he just gave us tons of information about this area. The old coal mines over on the other side that we didn't even know about. And then all the petroglyphs behind us, just absolutely phenomenal. So, thank you for coming along. We'll see you next time.